Gardens have a quiet way of reflecting the rhythm of nature, leaves weathering in the sun, stones settling into the earth, and small details slowly gaining character over time. These subtle changes often reveal beauty in unexpected places. In today's video, we explore small wabi-sabi garden ideas that celebrate peaceful simplicity, natural textures, and the elegance of imperfection, all using affordable and thoughtful design choices. From moss-covered stones to weathered containers and minimalist plant selections, these ideas highlight calm and balance. You're watching Rustic and Rooted, where nature-inspired spaces grow with quiet authenticity. Irregular stone paths, uneven gravel lines, and slightly tilted stepping stones create a quiet sense of authenticity in a small wabi-sabi garden. Surfaces appear gently aged rather than polished, with muted tones of gray, brown, and soft green blending naturally. Rough textures on stone or clay contrast with delicate foliage, forming a landscape that feels grounded and organic without appearing overly arranged. When designing a space like this, avoid measuring everything too precisely. Place stones where they feel visually balanced rather than perfectly aligned. A small patch of moss between stones or a naturally worn edge can soften the structure. Over time, rainfall, fallen leaves, and subtle weathering will deepen the character of the garden without additional cost. Softly aged containers bring quiet depth to a small garden. Ceramic pots with faded glaze, pale mineral stains, or slightly chipped rims create subtle visual interest against simple greenery. Earthy shades such as clay brown, dusty charcoal, and muted sand tones blend effortlessly with gravel paths or stone surfaces, allowing plants to remain the gentle focal point. For an affordable approach, look for second-hand pots or older containers that already show signs of wear. Even a simple planter can develop a beautiful patina when left outdoors through changing weather. Arrange a few pots in loose groupings of different heights, keeping enough breathing room so each container feels intentional rather than crowded. A restrained planting palette keeps the garden calm and visually spacious. Choose 2 or 3 plant varieties with different forms, such as low mossy ground cover, slender ornamental grass, and a small sculptural shrub. The contrast between soft foliage and upright stems introduces quiet rhythm without filling every corner with greenery. Maintaining fewer plant types also keeps the garden manageable. Watering, trimming, and seasonal care become simpler when the layout is not overly dense. Position taller plants toward the back or edges while letting smaller greenery flow near pathways. This layered arrangement maintains clarity while allowing each plant to develop its natural shape. In a wabi-sabi garden, color often emerges from natural materials rather than decorative paint. Weathered stone, pale gravel, soft soil, and muted foliage create a restrained palette that feels cohesive without effort. Subtle variations, olive green leaves, dusty brown bark, and gray mineral textures, blend together under natural daylight. Observe how sunlight moves through the garden during morning and late afternoon. Gentle light can warm earthy tones and reveal delicate surface textures. Even a small courtyard or backyard corner becomes visually interesting when shadows fall across uneven stones and quiet layers of natural color settle into place. Moss introduces a soft, velvety layer that visually cools the garden. It often appears along shaded stone edges, beneath shrubs, or between small cracks in paving. The color shifts gently from deep emerald to pale green depending on moisture and light, creating a living carpet that feels calm and understated. To encourage moss growth, keep certain areas slightly shaded and avoid frequent disturbance. Stones placed close together can retain moisture and support natural spreading. In damp climates, moss may appear naturally with time. Where conditions are drier, lightly misting shaded spots during warmer months can help maintain its lush texture. Now consider how stones can shape the structure of the garden itself. Instead of symmetrical patterns, place a few rocks in irregular groupings that feel naturally settled. Larger stones anchor the composition while smaller ones soften the edges. The visual weight of stone adds stability without overwhelming a compact outdoor space. Try setting stones partially into the soil or gravel so they appear embedded rather than placed on top. This technique creates a grounded effect that feels timeless. Leave open gaps around the arrangement so surrounding plants or moss can gradually weave between surfaces over time. Moving to natural accents, bamboo offers a lightweight and affordable way to introduce vertical texture. Slender poles tied together can form a simple screen, border, or small trellis. Their pale golden tone contrasts gently with darker foliage, while the smooth surface reflects light in a soft, understated way. Bamboo is easy to cut and assemble with basic garden tools. Even a short decorative fence or plant support can change the rhythm of a compact garden corner. As the material ages outdoors, it develops subtle weathering that blends beautifully with stone and soil. Next, consider layering materials across the ground. Fine gravel may form a pathway, transitioning gradually into soil, moss, or small wooden edging. Each texture responds differently to sunlight and moisture, creating quiet variations across the landscape without relying on bold colors or decorative elements. When planning these layers, keep transitions gentle rather than abrupt. Allow gravel to taper naturally into planting areas, or border it with small stones instead of rigid edging. This gradual blending reflects the wabi-sabi principle of organic flow while keeping maintenance simple and affordable. Open space is an important design element in small gardens. Leaving sections of gravel or bare ground between plants prevents the layout from feeling crowded. The eye can rest on these quiet surfaces, making surrounding stones and greenery appear more defined and intentional. In the early morning, light stretching across open gravel can highlight delicate shadows from nearby plants or bamboo structures. The stillness of an uncluttered corner sometimes becomes the most peaceful moment in the garden, where subtle textures and quiet sounds of wind or leaves feel especially present. Repurposed materials can introduce subtle character while keeping the project budget-friendly. Weathered wood pieces, small stone fragments, or leftover paving blocks can serve as borders, stepping elements, or low platforms for plants. Their irregular shapes often fit naturally into a wabi-sabi garden design. Look around the garden or storage area for items that might be reused rather than discarded. A worn wooden plank may become a quiet pathway edge, while broken stone pieces can frame a planting bed. With thoughtful placement, these humble materials settle into the landscape as if they have always belonged there. Small gardens do not need elaborate designs to feel meaningful. As we've seen, simple elements like natural stone, moss, weathered pots, bamboo accents, and open space can create a peaceful wabi-sabi landscape that feels grounded and timeless. Each subtle imperfection adds depth and quiet character to the garden. More importantly, nurturing a garden like this can become a gentle form of self-care, a place where stillness, creativity, and nature meet. If these ideas inspired you to shape your own outdoor sanctuary, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below.